Question is, our county school funding per student is around the third or fourth highest in the state, yet we rank in the middle in outcome. What would you do to improve the outcomes of the money we invest in education?
First of all, let me say I think education is a priority and is extremely important. And the money that we are spending on education is well worth it if we're getting what we should be getting out of it. I am a big believer in accountability. That if you are going to say that I need this to accomplish this is the goal, then at some point you should be coming back and showing that you have been able to accomplish that goal.
Amen.
Now, again, like I said, I am a very big supporter of education. But I'm also hearing that parents are saying that, some of them are teachers, are saying that I'm still having to pull money out of my pocket to buy supplies for the classroom. When we have increased the budget like this, then I'd like to understand why is this happening. Now, we have a school board that's elected. They're making these decisions. That is their role. They're empowered to do so. But from my standpoint, I will demand accountability for the money that they ask for. I have no problem with giving it to them, but we should be able to see the results.
I agree that accountability is important. Our school system is getting better. We have made significant investments in our school system. We're the only county in the whole state that hasn't had to lay off teachers the last 2 years. We were just awarded Commissioners of the Year by the North Carolina School Board Association for support of public education in the face of a financial crisis. Commissioners of the Year in the entire state. If you look at the test results, they are getting better. If you look at the dropout rates, they are getting better. The dropout rate in this state is 30%. The dropout rate when we took office 4 years ago in Chatham County Schools was 30%. That means that 30% of the kids who start in the 9th grade don't finish. In my son's class, 271 students started out at Northwood. When he was a freshman, only 195 graduated. We are getting better, but we have to do better. One of the things that I think is can be done to do this is to continue developing the link with the community college. Education is all about hope for the future, and we need to give that hope to those kids who are thinking about dropping out. If we can engage them in vocational and technical training and they see that they have a good potential job where they can have a job they can be proud of and can have a family that they can pay for, and if they can do this at the community college, great. I think we have to start, not when the kids are freshmen, I think we have to start in middle school and earlier to engage them in saying, what can you do to promote your own career, to promote your own education. It is all about hope for the future. We have to recruit and retain good teachers, and we're doing that. It used to be all the good teachers headed off to Wake County, but now they want to come to Chatham County. Our turnover rate is very low because we have a stable, strong school system, and this will do wonders to continue to improve our school system. Northwood, 4 years ago, was mediocre in terms of its rating by various rating agencies out of 12,000 high schools in the country. Last year, they're rated in the top 1,500. So the schools are getting better. The investment is paying off. We have to continue to support our schools, give our supplements to the teachers. You know, that's something that I think that the other side hasn't considered when they've been proposing these huge budget cuts. How many teachers are being laid off? How many students?
Sorry, time is way
Okay.
All right, the question was, we spend more than most, and yet our results are middle of the road. Those are the facts. Now, I would say that we have, in fact, done a lot of good things. Sometimes when you get into a campaign, you think everyone on the other side has done everything wrong. Not true. There have been a lot of good things going on, but we need to do better. I will agree with Commissioner Lucier on that. We have, again, spent more than 96 of the counties, I believe. I think we're number 4 in spending. And yet, if you look at our reading scores, our math scores, our SAT scores, they are below average. Now, so what do? We don't have massive budget cuts in the school budget. Anybody that says that I'm proposing that has either not read my proposals or don't understand what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is we target our budget cuts, we focus the money on what works. What do we know works in schools? Smaller classes. We need, in this county, probably other counties, we need to focus more on the English as a second language and get some of those students up to a proper level of English before they're mainstreamed in, so that our teachers aren't babysitters, that they're teachers. We can do that by changing some of the programs we're using. One quick program, reading recovery program, where you take the bottom 20% of your students and you give them kind of a one-on-one instruction. That would cost us about $483,000. But the alternative is the Title I programs that we're using, which costs about $1.7 million for the same type of thing. So focus on what works, not what gets us grants.
We need to focus on smaller classrooms. As a matter of fact, I shudder to think what would have happened if our board had not stepped in when we faced the layoffs that we did in the school system last year, how large the classrooms would have been. But I'm thankful that we were able, without a significant increase in taxes, to be able to save all the school teachers' jobs. And again, I want to reiterate that I think the school program is working. I think, number one, the relationship that our Board of Commissioners have with the school system and the school administration is critical. In past years, the relationships have not been as congenial as they are now, and I think the citizens benefit and the school children benefit whenever we have the kind of relationship that we have with the school board. So again, I would say that we need to stay the course, that the things that they're doing are working, the dropout rate is coming down, the end of grade test scores are the closing of the gap there, and I think we're on the right course. We're providing as much as possible the funds for the facilities that they need, and I think they're doing a good job, and we're going to continue to see the results in the future.